Welcome to our Lock Poker review. My name is Matt, and over the course of this video, I'm going to be showing you Lock Poker's games, promotions, and deposit options. Before I get into that, however, I thought I'd tell you a little bit more about who Lock Poker is. Lock Poker started in 2010, and in the last couple of years, they have bounced around on the Cake Poker Network and the Merge Network. However, they weren't very happy on either network, so they decided to go off and form their own network, which is named the Revolution Network, and they bought out the Cake Poker Network. So, long story short, they positioned themselves to be one of the top poker sites for US players. That said, they don't accept players from all US states. They do not accept players from New York, Maryland, Utah, or Washington State. So if you live in one of those states, you will need to find another poker site. BetOnline will probably be your best choice. That said, they are licensed, they are safe, and they have a platform for Mac users as well. And as you can tell from on the screen here, they have 4,000 players online, which in the middle of the day for US players is actually a pretty good number. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. In the next section, I'm going to show you Lock Poker's games and software. Alright, so here we are in Lock Poker's lobby. To get to this point, you'll need to visit Lock Poker using the links on our page, downloading the software and creating an account, and then log in. And then you'll be able to see everything that you see on my screen here. Now, what I'd like to do in this section is walk you through Lock Poker's lobby, show you their games and stakes, and then open up a table so I can show you their software. So their lobby, or excuse me, their software uses kind of a mixture of Cake Poker software and then some tweaks of their own. So you'll notice that their software is definitely different and unique. Sometimes in a good way, and other times kind of in a bad way, more or less just because it looks kind of outdated. But I'll show you what I mean later on. Now, to start with their lobby, let's go ahead and walk through their games. So, as you can see from the top here, they offer Texas Hold'em, Omaha, and Omaha High-Low. And you can see that they have smaller filters here for no limit, pot limit, fixed, and low, medium, and high stakes. So let's go ahead and start with Texas Hold'em. And I'm going to go ahead and just show you all the games that they have here. So Lock Poker runs stakes from 2 cent, 4 cent, all the way up to 500, 1,000. And as you can see here, the lower stakes games are full. So plenty of action there. And as we go through 5 cent, 10 cent, there's a lot of action. 10 cent, 20 cent, a lot of action. Looks like there is consistent action all the way up to, looks like the 50 cent, $1 mark. There's games running at 1, 2. So they have actually traffic running well up to 1, 2, 2, 4. Looks like a lot of heads up tables with no action. So 1, 2, 2, 4 is about where the action stops. So this is going to be good for a lot of grinders. There's going to be a lot of players that will be able to find consistent action here at Lock. Now they have games all the way up to the 500, 1,000 mark, $300, $600 mark. I think it's kind of redundant to have all these games and have all these tables open when they only have about 3,700 players. They may be one of the biggest US sites, but they're not one of the biggest sites overall, and they just don't have the number of players, I think, to really run those games. But then again, it is only 2:30 in the afternoon on a work day on the West Coast, so it is very possible that they will see more traffic, or it's highly probable they'll see more traffic later on in the evening, some of which may be for the high stakes games. So that's the Texas Hold'em section. Now I'm going to go ahead and move on to Omaha, and let's see here. It looks like I have to do Omaha and Omaha High-Low separately. So starting with Omaha, they run stakes from 2 cent, 4 cent, all the way up to 300, 600. And they have games running, looks like up to 2-4. Yeah, so there's fairly consistent action in the Omaha section. Now in the Omaha high-low section, they run stakes from 2 cent, 4 cent, all the way up to 30-60. So looks like they have a smaller ceiling in the high-low section. And games are running up to the 50 cent, $1 mark. So and it looks like plenty of action running at the lower stakes. So lots of games running. And let's see here. I'm going to open up the tournament section here. And I'm just going to go ahead and look at everything. So they have limits running from free rolls and tickets and points to 5 cent with rebuys, which must be a very loose tournament, but this could actually be a really great way to build up a bankroll. And they got smaller tournament or smaller turbos. They got smaller guarantees. Looks like a $300 guarantee with a rebuy and add-on. I think that's really great. You can buy in for $1, and you know there's $300 guaranteed. Let's see if they got their prize pools listed here. See here. So yeah, so far our first is almost $100. I think it's a great way to build a bankroll. So that's looks like a pretty good tournament. It's like a $200 guaranteed, $150 guaranteed deep stack tournament. So even if you weren't doing these purely to build a bankroll, these would be fun tournaments to play just to kill an afternoon. You know, $150 deep stack tournament for $1. I don't think you can really beat the entertainment value that you get out of that. So I think those are great tournaments. And of course they have larger guarantees as well, $2,000, $1,500, $3,000. Those looks like some a little bit smaller ones, $400, $750. So lots of good stuff here. They got a 70K guaranteed super stacked satellite, so they run much larger guaranteed tournaments as well. So it looks like there's a little bit of something for everyone, so that's great. Now let's move on to the sit and go section. Sit and go section, we have buy-ins running from 60 cents all the way up to about $5,600. Action on these runs up to, doesn't look like nearly as many sit and goes run as the other games. So if you're a sit and go player and you want to play at lock, your best bet's probably to play tournaments. But they do have a wide variety of games, so there is a little bit of an upside if you can find some action. And I do like how the stakes jump up incrementally, as opposed to a lot of sites where they jump up, you know, $5 or $10 at a time, forcing you to have a much larger bankroll in comparison. So you can jump up in smaller amounts here than you would at other places. So that's pretty cool. So to wrap up this section, let's go ahead and open up a table. Actually, here we go. So I actually like their software at first glance. This is really nice. It's very clean, very simple. I think let's see if I can sit here. I like how the emphasis is more or less on the cards and stuff than the design of the entire table. So I like that a lot. They have your standard options here: auto post, auto muck, sit out. Your cashier and casino options are over here. You can chat, check out promotions. You can make notes on players, check stats, and other information. And taking notes is really easy to do. Just choose your player, type in your note. You can even highlight them if you want. You can even change the titles of them. and that's all there is to it. And you'll see the note and the little icon up here in the corner. You can also adjust your table. You can add more tables. Let's see here. So this is a table plus button, so you can open up more tables just like the one you already have up. So that's a great way to get a lot of tables going, get a larger session going without having to continuously go back to the lobby and then fight the tables popping up for your attention. You can set up tiling, four corners, or you can cascade your windows. So everything looks pretty standard. There's nothing particularly unique about their software in terms of what you can do with it, or the graphics and that sort of thing, other than the quickly adding tables button here up in the corner, which is pretty cool. So that's going to wrap it up for the games and software section of our video review. In the next section, I'm going to show you LockPoker's promotions. Okay, so in this section I wanted to talk about LockPoker's promotions. In fact, I really only wanted to discuss one, and that's their welcome bonus. Their welcome bonus is a 200% match up to $4,000. What that means for you is that for every dollar that you deposit, LockPoker will give you $2 in return. And that's up to a maximum of a $2,000 deposit from you for a $4,000 bonus from LockPoker. This bonus is available for all players that are depositing for the first time. So it really doesn't matter if you've created your account several months ago. If you have yet to make a real money deposit, you can take advantage of this bonus. Now, to earn your bonus, you'll need to play real money games and earn points. In exchange for the points that you earned, you will be given increments of your deposit bonus. So for every 84 points that you earn, you will receive $5 of your bonus. To earn each point, you will receive 1 point for every dollar in rake in cash games, or 7 points for every dollar that you spend in fees in sit and goes and tournaments. So that is LockPoker's biggest promotion. They do run other promotions like leaderboards, rake races, and guaranteed tournaments and things of that nature, but I think their welcome bonus is what stands out the most. So that's it for their promotions. In the last section of our video review, I am going to show you the different deposit methods that LockPoker offers their players. Alright, in our final section of our LockPoker video review, I just wanted to share with you the different deposit methods that you can use to get money into your LockPoker account. Now, LockPoker only has a couple of options to use, and as you can see here on the screen, they accept American Express, Visa, MasterCard, and they also accept Western Union and e-wallets, which I'll go ahead and open up now. And one thing you'll want to keep in mind is that the deposit options available to me may not be available to you. A lot of what's available depends on where you live. So as you can see here, they offer a person-to-person money transfer, and then they have a list of their other options here, which is Western Union, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and then of course you can get help if you're having trouble making a deposit. Now for withdrawals, they will send you a check, or you can get a withdrawal using Western Union. And they do have a 10% fee and a $25 fee for checks. However, they do allow one free withdrawal per method per month. So that is how you can make a deposit at LockPoker, and or as well as pull your winnings off of the site. That's going to wrap it up for this LockPoker review. My name is Matt. Thanks for watching.